Hey guys, I'm Mohd Abdul Sami, also known as 106 Sam. So today in this video, I'm going to do a small presentation on red team and blue team. So what is red team and blue team? Red team is basically an offensive side of cybersecurity, and the blue team is a defensive side of cybersecurity. Ethical hackers, penetration testers comes under red team, and blue team. In blue team, we have a forensics expert, and incident response team, and etc. What The main goal of a red team or a red teamer is that they should be able to break into an organization using the recent real world attacks. If they are not if they are successful, then they have to report it to the defensive side, or you can say blue teamers, so that they can defend the attack in their organization. And red team, most of the red teamers must be, what they do is they see the real world attacks, like recent one like Folina, which uses Microsoft diagnostic tool to get a reverse shell, you can say remote code execution. So they try to test that technique into their organization and tries to see that if they are able to detect this, if the blue team is able to detect or not. And in the blue teamer, here what it does is that when a red teamer tries to attack, they try to defend the organization. The main work is that they should be able to detect the attack that is going on. They must be able to detect the intrusion occurring in the network, and so on. And according to the CrowdStrike, they say that the blue teamer must apply this rule, that 1-10-60 rule, which means that organization should be able to detect an intrusion in under a minute, assess its risk level within 10 minutes, and eject the adversary in less than 1 hour. And then we'll talk about the red team skill set. A successful red teamer must be actively researching on the new attacks that are going on in the real world. Like he should be actively talking with other red teamers, or try to contact with the ethical hackers or the security researchers in the forums and all, or Discord servers. And he should also be researching the codes, the tools that are available in the GitHub. And if he is good in coding skills, he should be able to read scripts or written in the code or the scripts written in the GitHub, and try to do the same task manually to gain access to the network. And also, the main important thing about the red teamer is that the attack they perform should not be detected by the blue teamer's side. And what are the knowledge that a red teamer must have? A red teamer must be deeply aware of computer systems and protocols. And the software development skills, as I said, if he has software development skills, he will be able to create custom payloads or customize his own way of attacks or techniques, new techniques, and write into a code, then execute it. And he will be able to read codes, as I said before, and then come penetration testing. A red teamer must be experienced in penetration testing so that it will help him in exploiting common vulnerabilities found on web and avoid activities that are that are often monitored and easily detected by the blue teamers. And then comes the important skill, that is social engineering skills. Social engineering skills, we can use it to manipulate others into sharing informations and or credentials or anything related to internal matter of an organization or the source code and etc. And then blue team skill set. Here blue team's job is blue team's job is equal parts of prevention, detection and remediation. So here what a blue team should do is that they should also try to research on the new adversary attacks and see the TTPs and try to make the intrusion detection system stronger so that any attack that is that is being performed on their network can be detected as soon as possible. And the knowledge that a blue teamer must have is that he must have a full understanding of his organization security strategy and what are the software services running on their organization. And a blue teamer must have analysis skills, as they have to use Wireshark and other security onion and other PCAP tools to analyze the malware or detection in packets. And hardening techniques, it is to reduce the attack surface actually, to mostly to prevent phishing attacks and other web-based breach techniques. Then they should be having keen awareness of the company's existing security detection tools and systems and their alert mechanism. They must have a wonderful alert mechanism so that whenever it gets detected, the alert, they must be getting alert messages and all. Then the exercises of a reteamer. As I already mentioned, this penetration testing where the reteamer attempts to access the system using some of the real world techniques like TTPs. Then and also penetration testing comes with most common vulnerabilities available in the real world. Then social engineering techniques, which mostly aims to manipulate employees. He must be able to manipulate employees and other higher departments in the organization and try to see if he can grab any of the details. And intercepting communications, in order to map the network or gain more information about the environment. Yeah, to get the common security techniques, it comes from, and cloning an administrator access card. Yeah, here most of the tools like RFID cloner can be made by a redeemer using Arduino. He will be able to clone a card which has a higher access to server or any other part, and try to break into the organization physically. And here in a blue team must performs the DNS research, as we know many of the online tools like DNS research, and there is one more command line too in Kyle Linux, that is I think the harvest. Yeah, the harvest, I guess. Yeah, it's not the harvest, it's something. So yeah, they must be able to conduct digital analysis by using security onion, so that they can detect see the suspicious activities that are going on in the network, and reviewing it. Then the blue teamers must configure and monitor the security softwares every minute, so that nothing goes undetected. Or even if one blue teamer tries to ignore a small detection, or even if it got an alert and just ignores it, then it's gonna be a big attack. It may be a big thing for an organization, or a bad thing for an organization. Then it must ensure that the perimeter security methods like antiviruses, firewalls are properly configured and up to date, and see that if it's able to detect the new or the latest malware, or the viruses or trojans are being able to detect by the antiviruses. And least privilege access. Here, least privilege access implementation, I mean that it should ensure that all employees employing least privilege access, which means that the organizations must grant the lowest level of access possible to each user, so that it may help to limit the lateral movement across the network in the event of a breach. And then that's it. So the red team and blue team ideally works in perfect harmony with each other as two hands that forms the ability to clap. So the conclusion I would like to give is that the blue teamer and red teamer must work together and try to make the organization stronger. Secure, and have strong secure system in the organization, so that no other attacker can break into the organization. The red team and blue team must actively work together and try to secure the parameters of the organization. And here are some of the points that I might have missed. So you can pause it and go through this picture. And that's it. Thank you so much.